Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TheSketchMonkey here, and this video is all about Cadillac and specifically Cadillac sedans, and more precisely the CT4 and the CT5, which replaced the Cadillac ATS and the CTS. Me personally, I think, or maybe hope is the right word here, is that these high-performing 2020 Blackwing sedans are going to be a huge win for Cadillac. No other American brand is focusing on sedans right now, simply because sedans aren't selling the way they used to, or so they think. Looking at the raw numbers, when the time comes to replace cars, more Ford and Chevy sedan and compact car drivers are switching over to Asian cars such as the Toyota Camry and the Corolla and the Hyundai Sonata and the Elantra, simply because Chevy and Ford won't be targeting people like this who still want a small to medium-sized sedan moving forward. And here lies the opportunity for Cadillac, the only American car manufacturer at the moment focusing on sedans and not only high-riding crossovers and SUVs. What I love about the CT4 and 5 here is that not only are they high-performance sedans, but I think I've been too quiet regarding Cadillac's design. These are stunning sedans. I love both of them, the CT4 and the 5, and I'm going to tell you exactly why in just a minute. See, these cars are cool in so many ways. It's like Cadillac looked at the market research report, saw the steep decline in American sedan sales and the upswing of SUVs and said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to build sedans, and not just any old boring sedans. They're going to be the best handling, performing, and best looking sedans we've ever built, and we're going to win. And I respect Cadillac for doing that. The regular CT5-V is powered by a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, putting out 355 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, and comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And you have the option of either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. The smaller CT4-V has a 2.7-liter turbocharged inline 4, putting out 320 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, with the same 10-speed automatic, and of course rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive is available here too. And level 2 autonomous driving, or Super Cruise as Cadillac calls it, is available in both models, which allows for hands-off highway cruising, active lane keep assist, and driver monitoring system. Now, these numbers might look very cool, but we all know that there is a CT5 Blackwing and a CT4 Blackwing coming, and this is where it gets really, really interesting. So when the numbers were introduced for the CT4-V and the CT5-V, people were like, meh, it's not really exciting. 320 horsepower or 355 horsepower, it's not really that much nowadays, specifically if you put it in what the company itself calls a performance model. So what Cadillac has decided to do is to bring out the CT5 and 4 Blackwing. Now the CT5-V Blackwing will not come equipped with a black wing, but it will have a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 with around 650 horsepower, and yes, a 6-speed manual transmission as standard, with the automatic being an option, and that's just how it should be. And the CT5-V Blackwing should arrive later this year with a starting price around $85,000. The smaller CT4-V Blackwing has a twin-turbo V6, we believe, with a power output of about 400 and 450 horsepower. You can expect the CT4-V Blackwing to begin at around $58,000 when it eventually goes on sale later this year as well. And to be honest with you, these designs here, in my opinion, they rival one of my favorite looking sedans currently on the market, and that is the Volvo S90. This is not bad at all. Now, this is a long shot, but I'm going to go for it because I really don't have anything to lose here. by the off chance that any Cadillac executives are watching this video, first of all, congratulations on your overall design language of your 2020 fleet. It looks fantastic, it's beautiful. Second, I have a little bit of a request. Please make the CT4 and CT5 Blackwings into power wagons. We need more wagons in this country, and I feel this would take a piece of the market share away from SUVs. And me personally, I prefer a CT5-V Blackwing wagon over an Escalade any day. I'm positive there are a lot of people out there who feel the exact same way I do. So please, bring back the wagons. You've done it in the past, and I'm sure you can do it now as well. And of course, keep the manual transmission as standard. Because I believe if you did that, you turn Cadillac from one of the least cool, kind of beige old brands with cars made for the elderly into a brand that speaks to enthusiasts with cars that statistically shouldn't exist but defiantly do. And you know that when true car enthusiasts gets behind a brand, it's the best marketing you can get, because we don't shut up about cars we love. Now let me show you why I'm such a huge fan of where Cadillac is heading now when it comes to design, and specifically in these sedans here. It's all about simplicity as always, but sometimes I get the question, can a complex design be beautiful? And yes, just look at, for example, I did a video on the Veneer Super Sport the other week or a couple of days ago, and then compare the Veneer to a Lamborghini Aventador. And then what you want to try and do is try to follow the lines that goes around the car. And what is it? They're both sharp, and they both have a lot of lines going around the car and in the body and the side of the car. But on one car, you can actually follow the lines around the car, and on the other, you really can't. And I think you can tell which is which when it comes to a more not sophisticated but a more complete design when you compare the Veneer to the Lamborghini. And here we have a simple design, but what makes it beautiful is the line flow across the car. So we can take this line here, for example. We have the shoulder line, which first of all stretches all the way here unbroken. It doesn't have any dips to it. It doesn't have any chisels or anything that breaks up this line or the curvature of the line. And this then goes into the taillights. And here, this is where something cool happens. We have, it kind of give the taillight here, it gives us a choice. Where do we want to follow this line? Do we want to follow it down this way, or do we want to go straight this way? Because the graphics of the taillight suggests that the line kind of splits in the corner here and continues in two different directions. So let's just follow this line in both directions and see what happens. So let's follow it down here. We can see that it goes in and creates the bumper here, and then of course the same thing happens on the other side here, and we have a mirrored image of what's going on this side. And here we have the same line continuing into the deck lid and creates this black trim piece here, and then continues into the LED in the same line, the same height. The graphics and the lines are all connected in this car. Let's take another line, for example. Let's take this line here. There's a little bit of a crease in the body here, as you can see. So let's follow this and see what happens on the other side of the wheel arch here. And this is what I love to do with car designs, is to follow the lines and see if I can connect them somewhere else on the car. So let's do that with this line here. And you can see that it connects to this line here. There is a tiny crease in the body of the car, the side of the car, and that then again goes into the rear, the top part of the bumper. And then last but not least, or maybe we can take two more lines here, we have this line at the bottom. Let's see where this goes, if we can follow that to some line at the other side of the wheel of the axle. And yes, we have this line going here into this, creating this little edge here that goes around, that wraps around the bumper or the rear of the car, and then comes back on the other side, around the other side, other corner of the car. So here we have three lines that are pretty much undisturbed, and what creates a bit more of interest in this line, so we don't have three parallel lines like this, is this part right here, where it allows us to decide where we want to take this main shoulder line, if we want to take it down here or have it follow this way here. It's totally up to us. And both of these ways actually connect very beautifully. And the last line that I want to show you in the CT5 here is the greenhouse and the coupe of the car. We have it right here, and it dips down and continues here into the rear light and kind of merges with the shoulder line and then continues back up around the car. So it's a very clean design, and the lines are not really disturbed in any way, and it has a nice fluid design that kind of feels effortless, if that makes sense. Now let's have a look at the CT4 and examine this design just like we did with the CT5. So there's a couple of interesting things here that are different from the CT5. We have, for example, this line right here that fades into the body of the car, and this creates some more interesting graphics when you have lines that start at one point and then kind of fades into the ocean that is the calm body of the rest of the car. But on top of that, we have the main shoulder line, which is the most important line when it comes to looking at this car from a side view, because that will create this fluid feeling of the car, and especially if it's unbroken like it is here. And another difference from the CT5 here is that this has a more distinct downward trajectory if you follow this line with your eyes, and you can see that it also has some sort of dip here or indent in the body of the car, which starts right here on the inside of the light. And I kind of just want to go and feel the surface there and see how it connects with the rear light on this side of the rear light, and see if the rear lights actually stick out or are they flush with the body of the car. That's something I want to check out when I see this car in person. And then we have the classic line at the bottom here, which is even more straight than we have on the CT5, and it of course continues into the bumper here just like it does on the CT5 and creates the bottom part of the bumper and the top part of the diffuser of the car. I also like that the greenhouse line here that we have up here, it continues and goes down and creates this little graphical element or chamfer that you have in the deck lid right here. Or you can follow it this way, and if you follow it on the top part of the line, it creates the ducktail. So you have two choices there as well to follow the lines wherever you want to go, but no matter what direction you choose to go, it still has this fluid motion to it, which is very important for a beautiful design. Now, in order to make this decision making a little bit easier for any potential Cadillac executive watching this video, I want to provide a visualization of what a CT5-V Blackwing sport wagon could look like. And we do need one, because we need to have an American competitor to the all-European sport wagons or power wagons that we have right now, such as the Mercedes E63 AMG, the Audi RS6 that's coming later this year, and even the Volvo V90 Polestar, which is kind of a performance wagon, although not as powerful as the rest of the lineup. But it makes sense to bring back the sport wagons to Cadillac, and that's what I want to show you with this quick redesign right here. yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Cadillac CT4 and 5. I'm really excited about the Blackwing models. I think it's going, as I said, I think it's really going to be a huge win for Cadillac to do something that no other American brand is currently doing, because it's going to open up Cadillac to a whole new market that is looking for an American sedan. Thanks for watching until the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button. It really means a lot to me and to the YouTube algorithm as well, of course. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to browse around and hit subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I'm the SketchMonkey. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.